Hello, everybody. I'm deeply honored and very glad to be here with you tonight. This is about the labor movement. This is about the social and economic justice. And I want to be very thankful about the union leaders because they're doing such a great job. Of course, as she mentioned, my name is Abdirahman Abdullahi. When I came to this country in 2006, I had a better life in mind. In Somalia, we think of America as a land where you can work hard and achieve the American dream. But my experience have shown me that it's only on television. And when I got here, my experience was very different. When I first arrived in Seattle, I started working in the airport pushing a wheelchair, airport subcontractor company called Hunting USA. Even though I was working 40 hours a week, the paycheck was not enough to make ends meet. And I did not have access to health care and any other benefit. To pay my bills, I had to pick up a second job, working at Hertz Car Rental at the airport. I was working 16 hours most days. From 4:30 a.m. to 1 p.m., and from 2 p.m. to 10:30 p.m. Still, I have no sick leave, no benefit, no vacation, no medical. I wanted a better job. I wanted to work full-time at one job that would offer benefit, but there are not any jobs like that available to me. It seemed like if you had an English as a second language, or if you do not have a right degree, your choices are working in the airport as a viewer on the airplane, or as a baggage handler, moving the luggage from place to place, or a push in a wheelchair. I have co-workers who have worked 15 to 20 years with no access to sick leave. Sometimes airlines would change who they contract with for a service. When this happened, we all laid off and would have to apply again for a job. The jobs at the airport used to be good jobs. In fact, 10 years ago, our state representative Adam Smith's father worked at SeIU and earned more than $15 per hour. And we have some of our co-workers who worked before 2007, $21 an hour, and now they're making $9.50 at the same job, because before they was working straight to the airline, Alaska Airline. After they outsource and they contract out to subcontractor Macy's, now they're making $9.50 or between $10 and $9. The jobs at the airport used to be per hour, yeah. In my culture, we like to be the giver, not the takers. We want our public funds to go to the education and safety, not to food stamp for us. But when you are working at the airport, you have no choice but to take assistance because it's not enough money to cover the basics like rent and food. Some of my workers have a one-bedroom apartment. They share with 4 to 5 adults. Because of the rent is so high, I came here to work hard. So how do you think I feel when I'm working full-time job and not getting by? My job with Hertz is in a union, though I'm abroad to be a member of the Team Master 117. I get involved with my union because I see I see my union as the only way we can stand up to the corporation. I attended many union meetings and events just like the one you are at today. I'm becoming a steward in my union just like yours, just like your delegate. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Lately, so I feel more hopeful. Our community, our union in the same thing. When we work together to fight back for our right to have a living wage. It builds strong fundamental trust between the unionists and the communities. Our communities support these airport workers because it is a part of our broader social movement for respect and dignity. Thank you. Thank you. Airport workers signed membership cards to join a union, but Alaska Airlines and our subcontractors will not honor our union. The bosses are bargaining with us. The bosses are not bargaining with us to get a higher pay we need. And we are not going to wait for them anymore. Last year, we joined forces with the community leaders, faith leaders, small business owners, elected officials, and the union like yours to put an initiative we call Yes for CTAG. I took 2 months off from my job, I took 2 months off from my job work on this initiative, Proposition 1. Proposition 1 created $15 per hour minimum wage, but it did much more. First, it required employers to give current employee more hours before they hire more part-time workers. This means more of us can get enough hours to qualify for our benefits. And we can stop, thank you. And we can stop the cycle of trouble part-time jobs. Second, it gives us paid sick leave time so we can afford to be well when we come into work. And third, it requires when the contract turnover, employers cannot just lay off. They have to give 90 days notice so we can keep working. Fourth, no more stealing our tips by management. So it goes to the workers who deserve it. Of course, the bosses are fighting back, even against the will of the majority of the voters. They say they cannot afford to pay us more than the minimum wage. But yet, they can afford to put hundreds of thousands of dollars into the legal aspect to stop challenging us, into the legal challenges to try to stop us. Each of these changes we won in Proposition 1. Once we win, our court case will mean more justice and dignity for airport workers. I'm proud that the union partner with my co-workers and me passed this initiative. Together we can make a difference for other immigrants coming here and for all of us working in the airport now. Think about it. Airport workers are being taken advantage of. And many say it is because we are at the entry-level job or because we are immigrant. But Boeing is, Boeing company taking advantage from. Boeing company taking advantage of its workers, and they all have a degree. It's not about education and immigrants. It's not about education and immigration. It is about corporations that just want more profit. Thank you. But I'm very positive. I'm very hopeful, and I have a feeling that it's a global. That is a global movement. There is a global movement to change this problem. I believe in the next 10 to 15 years, corporations are not going to be able to do this anymore, because we are raising up and taking power back. We will continue the fight in SeaTac and in Seattle to build a power for our working people and to raise the minimum wage. We will not stop until we make sure every job a good job, and we will win. Will you stand with me for a good jobs? Will you stand with me for a good jobs? Yes. Would you stand with me for a $15 per hour? Yes. Would you stand with me to hold corporations accountable and to build a power for our communities? Yes, yes, yes. Thank you very much. Thanks for your time. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.